Number 9 is Diomande. Number 10, Simon Adingra. And number 14 is Ousmane. And for Ecuador, your changes. The two goalkeepers are number 22, Gonzalo Valle. Number 12 is Moisés Ramirez. They are joined by number 25, Jackson Caruso. 26 is Yarman Medina. 7, Pervis Estepina. Number 2, Felix Torres. 17, Angelo Preciado. Number 3, Jordi Alcivar. 10, Kendry Paez. Number 18 is Denier Castillo. 24, Jeremy Aravallo. Number 8 is Anthony Valencia. 11, Kevin Rodriguez. 16, Moisés Caicedo. And number 20 is Nilson Angulo. Your officials this evening. Your referee is the vastly experienced Frenchman, Francois Letessier. If you watch UEFA Champions League football, you will be fully aware of his work. He's joined by the Australian on VAR, Jared Gillett. Jared Gillett, a regular in the Premier League. If you watch that competition, you will know Jared Gillett's work from there. So, remember, this is independent, studio-based, off-tube commentary of this Group E clash between Ivory Coast and Ecuador. All of these games will be available through your local broadcaster. We are minutes away from this one. Ivory Coast, first appearance in this competition since 2014 and have never made it out of the group stage. Ecuador come into this in incredible form. Their last appearance here was around a 16 exit in Germany in 2006, where they went out 1-0 to England. This is only going to be their third appearance in this competition, but they come into this in incredibly good form. Very tough opposition. It's going to be a hard evening, and it's going to be indeed a hard opponent for whoever has to face Ecuador in this one. Really looking forward to it. Preliminaries are just about done with, and we are nearly ready to get underway here in Philadelphia between Ivory Coast and Ecuador. Germany, who saw off Curacao 7-1 this afternoon, although Curacao did give us one of the moments of the competition so far when they got the equalising goal. The Ivory Coast will wear their home kits this afternoon. They are all in orange. That means Ecuador will wear their away kit, which is black shirts and white shorts, white socks. Just seeing a few aerial shots here around Philly, the home of the Philadelphia Eagles in NFL. And as I say, Philadelphia Stadium, it's $1 million for this one. Both sides just going into their pre-game huddle in their respective halves of the field. Opening game here in Group E 2026. So, independent, studio-based, off-tube commentary of Ivory Coast and Ecuador. All to play for with Curacao in the group. Both teams will really fancy their chances of progressing from Group E, but picking up a point or three today will not do any harm at all for either of these sides. Referee and his assistants are in yellow, luminous yellow, and as Ecuador break their huddle, we are just about ready to get underway here. A couple of surprise omissions for me from the Ivory Coast setup. Ahmed Diallo Diomande amongst them. Looks like a 4-4-2 possibly from MSCF. 3-4-3 nominally from Ecuador. I think Ivory Coast will be slightly more transient than that. Ecuador are going to get us kicked off here. They will be attacking the goal away to our left-hand side. Huge roar goes up around the Philadelphia Stadium. And this Group A match and the tournament is underway. Ivory Coast and Ecuador, full 90-minute commentary coming up here. Long ball forward from the goalkeeper Diomande, and it's picked up in the central area by Ecuador. Caicedo goes out wide to Hincapié. Good adventure down the wing. Feels an arm from the defender, went down a little bit easy. Piero Hincapié, and the referee was not buying that one. The ball ran away for a goal kick to the Ivory Coast. Hincapié still motioning across to anyone who listened to him that he wanted a free kick. But he's not going to get it. Ivory Coast restart from the goal kick. Clear the ball over the halfway line where Hincapié wins the header. And it's all back to William Pacho. Pacho will square to Joel Ordóñez. Back to Pacho. Onto Hincapié. Ball played forward. You could start this from Ecuador. Good bit of possession. And Valencia then drops it back in to Ordóñez, but I think a foul's been given over on this left-hand side. Free kick to Ecuador. It's right down in front of the technical area where Sébastien with his long blonde hair down over his shoulders. He's down on one knee, just giving a few instructions out. Ecuador taking the free kick. They're over the halfway line. Right start this from the South Americans. Ball played up the right-hand side, edge of the penalty area. Shooting opportunity. Caicedo was going to have a shot. Didn't quite catch it. It's the first effort in anger of the Eastman from Moisés Caicedo. Pulled it about 10 yards wide of Yahya Fofana's left-hand touch. 2 minutes on the clock, no goals. The Group A action at the Philadelphia Stadium. Ivory Coast coming up the left-hand side from the goal kick. Last touch there comes off Alan Franco. MSC Faye down there wearing a black baseball cap. I don't know if it's that sunny really, sun in his eyes, but he's gone for the baseball cap. It's about 30 degrees, a little bit of wind here and there, but nothing to put you off here. A good game of football. Ecuador have it. Ecuador started well here. Edge of the penalty area, challenge comes in from Seko Fofana. Fofana has it, and there's another foul. This is going to be a free kick to Ecuador. It's Kessié with the challenge. The referee didn't really like that, neither did the Ecuador players. There was a little bit of reaction. The referee had to step in. It's Kessié. There's an arm in the face there of Gonzalo Plata too. Again, just to come in together, nothing sinister. It was Kessié who fouled Enner Valencia. That's the challenge that's been penalised by the French referee. Ecuador will be happy with the start they made here. Possession and control. It's been largely theirs. They're in possession again. This time they've gone back to the goalkeeper, Hernan Gelinde. Gelindes, very much the veteran here, 39 years of age. Ball played forward. Valencia's dropped deep. Valencia, one of the other veteran presences in this side. Ball played forward down the left-hand channel for Ecuador. John Yeboah's on the chase. Alan Minder tries to get there. He's knocked off the ball and it's collected by Doué for the Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast can't get out though. Good pressure over on that far side by Gonzalo Plata. He goes down, Slim Kuna. Through in to the Ivory Coast. Agbadou sends it up the left-hand touchline. Now there's a chance for the Elephants to come forward. Right-hand side, Yan Diomande. Diomande goes back in field. Nicolas Pepe has picked up the central area, drops the ball in to Wilfred Singo, just inside the centre circle, goes out to the left-hand side to Kono. It's a little bit better, 1-2 by Wahi. Look for the run of Toure. It's cleared away by Gelindes. Ball was just slightly overhit. Better though from the Ivory Coast. Caicedo picks it up infield, and Ecuador try the left-hand side. Outside of the foot pass that time by Pedro Vite. He was a little bit ambitious. And Ivory Coast have it back. 6 minutes gone, no score. Good action here. Ivory Coast 0, Ecuador 0. In possession is Yan Diomande on the halfway line. He was across the centre circle to Agbadou. Fofana. Fofana swaps passes with Konan, goes back to Agbadou. Fofana wants it again. This time swaps passes with Kessié. Ivory Coast just trying to slow things down a little bit, having not had much possession in the opening few minutes here. Glued to this touchdown is Yan Diomande. Now comes in field, good ball through. It's a great idea, looking for the run of Nicolas Pepe. Joel Ordóñez was the Ecuadorian defender who got there. Ecuador bring it clear. Caicedo onto Vite. It's surrounded by Ivory Coast players. Good feet initially, then just a couple too many touches and he ran down the blind alley, and there's a foul there by Ena Valencia. Franck Kessié was the man who was caught by Ena Valencia. Free kick in the centre circle. It's played along. Again, it's well read over there by William Pacho this time. Ivory Coast just trying to turn Ecuador around. Ball back with Agbadou. Kessié. Kessié, that's another good ball. A little bit better last couple of minutes from the Ivory Coast. Yan Diomande towards the corner of the penalty area. Diomande steps in field, is well challenged by Pedro Vite. And then Diomande closes down Vite. Final touch comes off Yan Diomande. And he represents RB Leipzig, just 19 years of age, Yan Diomande. We'll talk about him possibly being in the Premier League next season. Throw into Ecuador, just outside the South Americans' technical area. Ecuador have it far side. Gonzalo Plata just drops it off to Alan Franco. Safe possession now with Pedro Vite. Across to Joel Ordóñez. Caicedo comes forward. It's challenged strongly by Agbadou. Got to torn the ball, but Ivory Coast have it. It's all very tight over on that left-hand side. The tackle comes in from Plata. Throw in for the West Africans. Missing Evan and Ndicka tonight. Ivory Coast, one of their key defenders, was actually injured in the Rome derby last month. Sébastien Haller was the other big name not here, but he was just left out of the squad. Haller with a A lot of young attacking talent to choose from. There was no place for the veteran striker Halle. Ecuador in possession. William Pacho to Adonés and out to Alan Franco. Moves it on well to Plata. Little 1-2. Franco again. Caicedo back to Franco. Not many forward options. Ecuador happy to maintain possession at the back. Pacho comes up this left-hand side. Now that's a little bit better. We've got to run it down this side here. Piero Hincapié. Yes, a chance. Valencia! Oh, he's put it over the top. Waiting for a flag. No flag's coming. Eder Valencia got his head in his hands there. He's put the ball over from about 14 yards out. Ball did look like it had gone out of play in Capié's cross. Capié did swing the cross in. Defender slipped. Valencia takes a touch, left-footed. He's put it over the top. Got good shape on the shot, but it was always rising. I don't know if the VAR would have been able to look at whether or not that ball had gone out for a throw-in before Piero Hincapié put the cross in. It didn't look like it had gone out, but all to no avail. Valencia looking for his 50th goal for his country. And no better time to get it than now. High press on from Ivory Coast here, chasing down. First Galindez and then Pacho, and Pacho goes long as a result. Capié picks it up, stepped in by Seko Fofana as well. Seko Fofana, one of the elder statesmen in here. Nicolas Pepe, quite a young side, the Ivory Coast side, but 3 30-year-olds. Is back with the goalkeeper, Yaya Fofana. All in light blue this evening. A little bit of pink trim here and there. Toure trying to help it forward on that far side. Couldn't do so, it's gone straight out. Forward throw in to Ecuador on the halfway line. We've played 12 minutes here in Group E. In Philly, it is Ivory Coast 0, Ecuador 0. Still waiting for the first real chance. And Valencia had that opportunity. And he couldn't get on target, but I'm not entirely sure if it would have stood anyway. First Mexican wave of the evening goes round the Philly Stadium. As the ball rolls through to Hernan Galindez. Hernan Galindez, 39 years old now. This is football for Huracan. Ecuador on the ball, this is good. Ball is with Alan Minda. Alan Minda came in field and was just crowded out of it. Tackle is made over there by Franco though, he has a chance. Shooting opportunity at the edge of the box. Oh, it's not far away. It's a left-footed effort from John Yeboah. Shaped one, just over the top of the crossbar of Yaya Fofana's goal. On his left foot, Yeboah. Decent strike. There's never trouble in the goalkeeper. Nice shape on that. John Yeboah. Play on either side. Came in that time from the right-hand side. Ivory Coast have it. Centre circle. Fofana rolls it back into the physically imposing figure of Emmanuel Agbadou, who's a giant of a man at the back. Has his right hand bandaged. Diomande heads back towards his own goal, pressured by Pedro Victor of Ecuador, and it's back with Agbadou. Agbadou goes square to Wilfred Singo. Singo up the line to Dewey. Dewey, that's a good ball inside. Diomande just touched it off. Ivory Coast still have it on the halfway line. Will do it. Diomande. Kessié out to the left-hand side. Poor touch though from Conan. Ivory Coast were moving that around well until a heavy touch from Eastling Conan over there, the left back. It was scooped up in the air. Poor header in there from Ecuador, and he has a chance. Wahi with the first chance to run at this Ecuadorian defence. It's faced up by Pacho. Pacho wasn't letting him through. It comes to Dewey. Right hand side, Diamande's got time and space. Towards the edge of the box, Diomande tries a little trick, edge of the penalty area, shooting chance, deflection, blocked away, hacked clear by Alan Minder. It's Ivory Coast turn to put the pressure on. Ecuador can break though. Poor touch. Here come Ivory Coast again. Diomande, left corner of the penalty area. Diomande goes wide to Gela Dewey. Dewey tries to shape the cross in, blocked by Hincapié. Dewey retains possession. And that's good though, it's won back by Gonzalo Plata. Now the break's on, tries to release into Valencia, but really well read. Athletic bit of defending there by Emmanuel Aguadu. And eventually it's cleared high by the goalkeeper Fafana. A bit livelier in the last 2 or 3 minutes from the Elephants of Côte d'Ivoire. Loads of space in the middle for Kessié. Kessié edge of the box. Out wide. Low crossing. Oh, it's evaded everybody. Wahi was closest to it. I don't know if that was a cross or a shot from Touré. 6 inches further one way, might have crept into the corner. If it was 6 inches further the other way, Wahi could have tapped that in. Ball played across the face of goal. Oh, I tell you what, the keeper's made a really good save, which nobody spotted. It took 3 replays for me to see it. Hernan Galindez, he's got a fingertip on that. And this is one of the quirks of the new rules. The corner kick that is incorrectly awarded can be overturned. Goal kick can't. In at the other end, chance. Ecuador. Shooting opportunity is wasted. Alan Minder wanted too many touches. Long ball over the top, caught Ivory Coast out here. This game is wide open currently. Not what a lot of experts were predicting, by the way. Down the left-hand side, Touré for Ivory Coast. Infield to Fafana. Fafana finds Pepe. Space for Diomande. Diomande plays the ball through. He has a chance, shot saved. Not very well struck. It was a good effort. Wahi is the man who's got the shot off. He's only about 6 yards out when he hits that. On the turn. Didn't catch it. Fairly straightforward for Galindez to make the save, but it will count as an effort on target for Ivory Coast to look more likely in the last 8 minutes or so. You're back in possession. Dewey up the line for Diomande. Diomande has absolutely been their outlet so far. Diomande now running into the defender. Cross comes in, headed away by Ordóñez. Gone out for a throw in over on the far side, right by the corner flag. This is really good pressure. Going across to take it, not in a rush. Is Nicolas Pepe. Ivory Coast just slow it down a little bit. I think it's a throw in. I don't know if Nicolas Pepe is going to attempt to sneak a little corner in here. The ball went out right by the corner flag. It was a great ball in from Diomande. But Ordóñez headed to win it. It's a corner kick. Nicolas Pepe. It's going to be a left-footed away swinger towards the penalty spot, headed clear by Ordóñez again. Moisés Caicedo has stayed down on the penalty spot. Now he's back up. The referee's actually going to make him leave the field. Again, just seeing if Caicedo was fouled. It doesn't look like, I mean, far be it from me to be cynical about these things, but It's one of those where the defender can stay down and try and just break the play up. Again, the referee's now asking the linesman if that was a foul or not. Because if it was a foul, then Caicedo doesn't have to leave the field. If it wasn't, then Caicedo will have to. And Caicedo is being asked to go off. I think he'll have to spend a minute off, the Chelsea man. And do you know what? I don't mind it. 100% Moisés Caicedo will think twice about doing that again. Maybe it's a good thing. Time will tell. So Caicedo over there still arguing with anybody who'll listen, but he'll have to stay off. Ecuador currently down to 10. Diomande. Kessié. Right hand side, midway inside the Ecuadorian half. Diomande finds Doué. Doué, who got that winning goal for Ivory Coast against France in the friendly before the start of the tournament. Caicedo's still off on the far side, just pleading to be allowed on. Ivory Coast still in possession. Corner. Goes back to Agbadou. Moisés Caicedo remains off. He's absolutely doing his nut now, Moisés Caicedo. Screaming at the official, and now Moisés Caicedo will come back on. I think he fouled someone in the next 2 minutes. He looks angry. Yan Diomande, right hand side. He's going to have a run at Alan Minda. Comes in field. Runs at Hincapié, beats Hincapié. He has a chance, blocked at the near post. Oh, it's still bouncing around. Diomande has it back, gives it to Doué. But didn't do a very good job of clearing that ball. Doué keeps the pressure on, then loses out. Valencia wants a free kick. His shirt is being pulled. Gets a free kick. Wilfred Singo is the man. That's good centre forward play from Valencia. He wanted to argue there with Singo, but William Pacho just grabbed his captain around the neck. Took him away from the situation. It's quite an aggressive bit of defending from Wilfred Singo. He's very close to Valencia. All arms and legs and handfuls of shirt. Valencia, bit of a hothead, I think it would be fair to say. We are approaching the time that the hydration breaks have been taken. I don't know if they're going to do it now. Pacho is over the free kick. Nicolas Pepe is watching very closely. Pacho wants Pepe to go away. Eventually we restart. Square ball to Ordóñez. It's back in the possession of Hernan Galíndez. Galíndez clears long and right-footed. There's no one very close to it, although poor defending. And he has a chance. Edge of the box, shooting chance, shapes, oh, it's hit the bar. Smashed the crossbar. Closest we've come to a goal. Ecuador still have it. Edge of the penalty area, left-hand side. Hincapié. Hincapié has Alan Minda in front of him. Goes back to Pedro Vite. Edge of the box, defender gets in, still alive. Another shooting opportunity, and that one's put wide. Shot came in from Alan Minda. And it's heads in hands from the Ecuadorian players. It's the closest we've come there on 23 minutes. The hydration break will be taken on oh so nearly the perfect time to score for Ecuador. Shot rattled off the crossbar as the players slowly make their way across to the sideline to take on a few fluids and indeed some instructions. Moisés Caicedo and Enner Valencia are now deep in conversation with the referee Francois Letizier, just I'm guessing getting an explanation for that minute that Moisés Caicedo had to go off. I think it's a fair interpretation of the rules. I saw the referee check with his assistant whether or not he thought Caicedo had been fouled. Seeing a replay now of Ivory Coast made a right mess of that over on the far side. And then John Yeboah picked it up. He's 19 yards out. He'd had a sighter earlier on it, the left-footed shot that he put over the crossbar. And that one he absolutely smashed, and it's hit the face of the crossbar flush from John Yeboah. It's a really good strike. Yaya Fofana was nowhere near it. And the second one, Alan Minder tried to wrap his foot around it. Decent effort, but put it 2 or 3 yards wide in the left-hand post of the Ivory Coast goalkeeper. So, quarter of the way through this one in Philadelphia, it is Ivory Coast 0, Ecuador 0. Ivory Coast come closest to scoring with that effort off the crossbar from Yeboah. Great strike, John Yeboah. Next up for Ivory Coast, he'll head up to Canada to take on Germany in Toronto, while Ecuador head off to Mid-America, Kansas City, for the game against Curacao. They're the match day 2 fixtures. Match day 3 is Ecuador and Germany back in this region at the New York, New Jersey Stadium. Houston, Texas will see Ivory Coast take on Curacao. Two sides just get the final instructions here. Ecuador, 19-game unbeaten run has been the talk of a lot of those people who put up dark horses for the World Cup. 13 clean sheets in that run too. They haven't lost a game, Ecuador, since a 1-0 defeat to Brazil all the way back in the summer of 2024. Finished second in what is always a tricky South American qualification section, that CONMEBOL Federation. Second behind Argentina in what was an incredibly tight group. Ecuador looking to build on that defensive solidity here. So far so good, although the game has been pretty open in the opening quarter. 2 shots for Ivory Coast, 1 on target. 4 shots for Ecuador, not on target. The one that rattles the crossbar doesn't count as an effort on target. Just the one corner in the game went to the Ivory Coast, and we are back underway here. Ball in possession of Ecuador on the half turn. It's Gonzalo Plata. Caicedo had made a run up the right hand side, didn't get the ball, but Ecuador have it back. Yeboah. Caicedo was fouled by Seko Fofana, and a yellow card for Seko Fofana. First booking of the game. Fofana was late on Caicedo. Caicedo made the most of it, the Chelsea man. Moisés Caicedo was a goal scorer in Qatar 22. Actually against West African opposition in Senegal. A game that Ecuador just needed a draw to advance out with the group, and somehow they felt at the time didn't pick that point up. We're back underway. Alan Minder has it for Ecuador, drops it back into William Pacho. Pacho to Pedro Vite. Not seen too much of Vite so far this afternoon. Ecuador have had to go back to the keeper. Pedro Vite now wanting to get on the ball, drops in, splits the 2 centre halves. Has it 30 yards from his own goal. Puts it out to Alan Frank. Franco moves it on to Gonzalo Plata. Back to Franco. Ordóñez. Again, Pedro Vite just splits the 2 centre backs and finds a good ball. Ball into space. It's Kessié who got in between the lines. And Kessié goes right to Minder with a deep cross. Too close to Fofana. Safely into the hands of the Ivorian goalkeeper. Ecuador win it back though in a high area. Valencia shooting chance. Plata can't get the shot off. Gives it back to Caicedo. Twists and turns, edge of the box, still 25 yards from goal. Ball, and he has a chance. Oh, it's hit the bar again. Ecuador have hit the crossbar for his second time in 5 minutes. That one's flush off the crossbar too. Caicedo into the penalty area. Here's a chance. Shooting opportunity. Caicedo twists and turns. Can't get his shot off. Yeboah. Ecuador turning the screw into the penalty area. Shot. Oh, it's missed. It's wide of the goal. Ecuador supporters all around us here cannot believe that hasn't gone in. It's a wonderful ball through. And Alan Minder, right foot, curled it round the keeper. Pass through was from Pedro Vite. Alan Minder shaped it beyond Fofana. Flush off the crossbar for his second time in 5 minutes. The frame of the goal has saved Ivory Coast twice. They live a charmed life, but it's still Ivory Coast nil, Ecuador nil. Ecuador buoyed by this possession, aggressively win the ball back in the midfield area. Pacho has it. On to Pedro Vite. Pedro Vite has really come into the game in the last couple of minutes. And Kessié made a forward run. Flicked the ball on, but there's no one beyond him. And Kessié then tries to win it back and does so. He's won a throw in. Final touch there has come off Geladue. Thrown to Ecuador, 30 yards from goal. Left hand side, and Kessié just goes back to Pedro Vite. To Ordonez, further on to Alan Franco, right wing back. Gonzalo Plata drops deep. Yeboah is the one who gets the ball. Now Plata has it, and Yeboah's got loads of space here. Yeboah, Plata, this is really good movement. Plata's gone down, no foul, wow. Agbadu with a challenge, not too many complaints from Gonzalo Plata. He's got a smile on his face as he gets up. He rolled Emmanuel Agbadu. Maybe he went down a little bit too easily. I might be given that, you know. I was caught up. That's why Letizia is not buying it. Ivory Coast come forward. Really enjoyable game, this. I was told by several experts this would be cagey. It has not been that at all. 32 minutes on the clock. No goals. Group E. Ivory Coast nil, Ecuador nil. Yan Diomande. Kessié moves on to Agbadu, back into Singo. Singo finds Diomande again. Diomande is going to run it in Kessié, edge of the penalty area. Kessié Fofana tries to bend one. Got underneath it. Seko Fofana put it way over the top of the crossbar. Out for a goal kick to Ecuador. Ivory Coast side, not the team of 2006 by any stretch. Didier Drogba, Emmanuel Mboué, 2 Tourés, if you remember them. They've got a Touré in the end of the day. Ecuador come forward. Valencia infield to Caicedo, moved on to Pedro Vite. Attempts to goal now for Ecuador, officially not on target, but have rattled the crossbar twice. Vite misses out in Kessié. It's Gonzalo Plata's on the left hand side. He then tries to feed in Kessié, all bounced off the Arsenal defender. Dewey just hack it clear, left footed and aimlessly. Where it's collected by Pacho. Caicedo. Pacho. Pedro Vite. Again, Ecuador dominating possession. This momentum shifts a couple of times in this game. It's currently Ecuador's turn on the front foot. Left hand side, Gonzalo Plata. Plata comes in field on his left foot. Tries to play it outside of the foot to Alan Minder. Ivory Coast can bring it clear. Good ball from Kessié to Diomande. Diamande's going to run in Kessié. Diomande's got the pace on Kessié into the penalty area. Here's a chance. Pepe, it's blocked by the defender. It's still alive. Touré can't get his shot off. Caicedo does the defending. Big chance, that one. It was Nicolas Pepe from 14 yards out. Diomande has shown a clean pair of heels to Kessié. Pulled it back to Pepe. He might have been about 10 yards out by the time he struck that Pepe. It's a wonderful piece of defending. I'm not sure which Ecuadorian blocked it because 4 of them flew in. It's Alan Franco who gets across from right wing back. That is why there's 13 clean sheets in a 19-game unbeaten run for Ecuador. Defenders putting their body on the line. Still 0-0, 35 gone. Ivory Coast v Ecuador. Incredibly enjoyable 35 minutes here in Philly. Pedro Vite back to Pacho. Pacho, Champions League winner for a second consecutive year with Paris Saint-Germain. Got the taste for the trophy, is William Pacho. He's 24 years old. Seems to have been around forever. So experienced. Such a rock in the heart of the back four for both Ecuador and Paris. Valencia is fouled. Do it. Ivory Coast take the free kick quickly. Clear out to the left hand side. Including corner. Agudu. No options forward. Just rolls it back to the goalkeeper for Fana. Fana clears right footed. Into Diomande. And Kessié this time wins the header. Caicedo goes back to Pacho. Ordóñez to Caicedo again. Pedro Vite swaps passes up the line. That will be a foul. Doué far too close to Alaminda. It's right down in front of the technical areas. Sébastien Franck Kessié just having a chat down there with Pedro Vite. That's 2 hands in the back from Guella Doué, one of the more obvious fouls you see. Guella Doué is another one with a right wrist bandage. It's a bit of a trend, isn't it? I don't know what it means. It means something. So if you're out there, Ordóñez, similar. Anton Kessié and William Pacho. Ball is back with Galindez, the goalkeeper. He just rolls it out to Caicedo. Caicedo goes wide to Ordóñez. Ordóñez will bring it forward in a fashion for Ecuador, then just drops it back into Pacho. Pacho 20 yards inside his own half. Vite steps in field from Diomande. Diomande got a little foot in there. Vite got lucky, and then there's a foul. And there's going to be a yellow card there for Franck Kessié. Similar offence actually to the one that Seko Fofana was put for earlier on. So the Elephants captain will pick up a yellow card here. And that puts both the central midfielders for Ivory Coast on yellow cards. Inside the first 38 minutes. Not ideal for Moisés. Moisés is actually having a word with the fourth official about that. He's not impressed. It's Franck Kessié, the captain. Goes into the book. 29-year-old Kessié. Free kick. Ecuador moved out to the right hand side. Franco Yeboah. It's the second one of those players to hit the post, to hit the crossbar. So Kessié comes up this left hand side, rolls it over the halfway line. Just a good pass though. Minda couldn't keep it in play. It's a throw in for Ivory Coast, taken by Doué. Nicolas Pepe makes a mistake, stands on the ball. Ecuador have it back. Caicedo Space out wide left for Minda. Minda's got Valencia beyond him. And Valencia's gone down and he's rolling about. Wants a free kick. Villa do it. As over trying to apologise to him. It's a little bit clumsy from Dewey. The ball's going out for a throw-in. Dewey's trying to keep it in and he stood on the ankle of Valencia. No malice in it at all. It does look like it hurts right on the bony part of Enner Valencia's left ankle for Villa do it. Dewey immediately put his hand up. Villa do it. He's going to pick up a yellow card too. Well, 3 bookings now. All for the Elephants of Côte d'Ivoire. And this is going to be a free kick to Ecuador. It's about 25 yards from goal. It was right on the touchline. About a yard in field. And a chance for Ecuador to put a set piece into the penalty area here, challenge this Ivory Coast defence. Don't see too much of the way set piece plays. It's Gonzalo Plata who swings it towards the penalty spot and it's met in the air by Enner Valencia, and Enner Valencia's header. He couldn't control it and it's gone over the crossbar. And out for a goal kick to the Ivory Coast. 41 minutes gone, Group E action. Ivory Coast 0, Ecuador 0. No goals, but no shortage of goal-mouth incidents. Ecuador have rattled the crossbar twice through Yeboah and Minda. Couple of half chances created too. For the Ivory Coast, best of which probably wasted by Nicolas Pepe. I say waste, that's a little bit harsh on Pepe. It's a great bit of defending from Alan Franco. Ball is bouncing around the halfway line. Ecuador pick it up. Ball played forward. Agbadou gets in the way. Caicedo has it for Latri. Spins it out to the right hand side, Alan Franco. Back to Adonés. Vite, centre circle. Onto Pacho. Pacho goes wide for Hincapie. Ecuador moving the ball around quickly, asking questions. Nicolas Pepe tries to close down. Pacho. Adonés. Out wide. Yeboah. Franco's a willing runner behind him. Goes for the little 1-2. Agbadou was out there with a tackle. Through into Ecuador. 2.5 minutes to go of the 45. No long throw man for Ecuador. They're happy to recycle possession. Adonés goes across to Pacho. Back inside their own half now. Pacho just stands on the ball. The Ivorians allow Ecuador possession inside their own half. I think Ecuador will be happy to get a half time now. I haven't seen Ecuador so close to scoring on a couple of occasions. Pedro Vite, poor pass this time. Picked up by the Ivory Coast. It can maybe launch a break of the road. They come down the right hand side, Yan Diomande. That's good. Moves it on to Pepe. Pepe, little step over, has support, tries to find Dewey. Challenge comes in from Alan Minda. It's going to be through into Ivory Coast. 30 yards out. Again, though, no real thought of going forward. Dewey in possession. Kessié, Diomande, not a very good pass that time. He tried to turn it around the court. Nicolas Pepe wasn't really on. Ecuador have it back. Pacho. Still no goals. Ivory Coast, Ecuador. Good, entertaining, open game. Pedro Vite has it for Ecuador. On to Adonés. Remember, this is independent, studio-based, off-tune commentary. Local broadcasters will have this for you to enjoy. Ecuador have it. Caicedo. Edge of the penalty area for Valencia. Valencia just turned the wrong way when the ball was played through to him. Ivory Coast can clear. Not very far though. Wasteful from the Ivorians. Caicedo thought and spotted a pass. Smashed it off the head of Seko Fofana. Fofana looks up, sees they've got possession, plays on. Here's a chance down the left hand side. Great first touch from Toure. Cross comes in, well read by Galinde. Didn't have much support, Toure. Just put it into a good area. As the board goes up and shows 4 minutes of additional time to be played here at the end of this first half. Ecuador will be disappointed not to be in front. Draw for both sides, not the end of the world with few or so on deck, you wouldn't have thought. Ordóñez. Franco up the line for Yeboah. Picked up by Gonzalo Plata, twists and turns, good skills, goes for the 1-2 with Yeboah. Fofana though, picks it up for the Ivory Coast. Kessié on to Doué. Kessié's made his forward run. Diomande has it though, right hand side. He's giving Nkapi a hard time here. He's going to run at him again. Into the penalty area, pulled it back, smuggled away at the near post. Defending from Pedro Vite. Again, another example of the Ecuadorian players just getting in front of the ball when it matters most. Seen a replay of that touch from Bazumana Toure. It was a great first touch. He whipped the cross in. Rightfully, maybe could have expected someone to be across the goalkeeper. Didn't have much support. There's going to be a corner though. After that challenge from Vite on Diomande. Corner kick, right hand side. Headed up, cleared away by Ecuador. Breaks to Kona. Kona switches it out to Pepe. Doué takes a touch, swings it into the penalty area. Oh, and the overhead kick. Beautiful technique. A proper bicycle kick that time. Over the crossbar. Wilfred Single, the centre back. It's quite an astonishing bit of skill for anybody, let alone a defender. It's a genuine bicycle kick from 12 yards out. Seeing the replay, it's hit him nearer the kneecap than the boot. But he got some decent contact on it. Went about 2 yards over the top of the crossbar. Next bit of adventure from Wilfred Single. Through a pass from Ecuador. Pacho guilty that time. Diomande on the charge. Pepe turns, shoots, deflection. I think it's in his own player. That time it's El Yawahi who got in the way. More frustration for Ivory Coast, who finished strong now. Having said that they'd be happy to get a half-time 0-0. They found themselves on the offensive in the last 3 or 4 minutes. About 60 seconds left of this first half. Goal kick to Ecuador. Lindes goes long. Valencia loses out to Single. This time just a conventional header. Fewer acrobatics. Ivory Coast have it. Right hand side Diomande. Diomande's got loads of support and members are coming together. Moisés Caicedo was fouled by Seko Fofana. Free kick to Ecuador. Franck Kessié, sorry, not Fofana. Just ran across each other's paths. Once again, MOCF wants a word with the referee. Feels like he's been on the receiving end of a couple of poor decisions, does the Ivorian head coach. Free kick might just be the last action of this first half here in Philadelphia. Galindes knocks it long. Headed away by Slingo. Kessié straight up in the air. Fofana's underneath it, and before he can challenge, the referee brings the first half to a close here. No goals, no shortage of goal-mouth action. Ecuador hit the crossbar twice, 23rd minute, and it was Yeboah. John Yeboah left-footed shot that smashed the bar. 5 minutes later, Alan Minder with his right foot performed the same trick. So charmed life for the Ivorian goal. They have made chances of their own though. Nicolas Pepe had a good effort. Superb bit of defending from Alan Franco to block that. Half-time here in Philadelphia in this Group E game. Rejoin us for full second half commentary, where it's Ivory Coast 0, Ecuador 0.
Like thunder from a crowd. Blue and white, blue and green, red and gold collide. Four great storms rolling hard to the same high tide. Messi runs lines in the breaking dawn. Mbappe sprints till the pain is gone. Ronaldo's blood, iron and flame. They must be dancing through the strain. One dream, one cup on high, four hearts, one fight under one wide sky. Who falls, who flies, who takes that crown? I stand up, I don't stay down. Rise like a champion. Fire in my lungs, I won't back down. Every tackle, every cut, I stand my ground. Hear the world call my name, I was born for this game. Rise like a champion. This is my this is my time. From the training field up to the blinding shine. When the whistle cries, I got that look in my
Rico, Canadá, todo el mundo, hey. Brand new dream on the map. 3 flags, 1 torch, 1 track. Dallas Heat, Toronto night. Desde el barrio hasta Spotlight. Brazil dancing, yellow wave. Defenders fade. Lightning feet, France in the fat lane. Feel that speed. Argentina corazón, Messi legacy. Campeón en la mente, heavy energy. England singing this year. Bellingham calm, ice cold, no fear. España tiki, rápido toque. Pedri visión, rompe el bloque. Germany rebuilding, ruthless run. Mushala magic, young and young. Road to 2020, Suosi, vamos al mundo. From the streets to the pitch, vibra profundo. Hands up high, nunca te rindas. One shot, one sueño, feel it dentro. Road to 2020, corazón fuerte. We don't play scared, we rewrite fate. Scream so loud que el cielo escucha. One goal, one world, una lucha. Por tu top pressure, Rafa big driving, kicking down doors. México grita, si se puede. Lozano rápido, todo se enciende. Canadá frío with fuego eyes. Alfonso sprinting, now the yard glide. Africa dreaming, Senegal proud. Whoa. Man the mind of every crowd. Whoa. Morocco's firme, fearless wall. Whoa. Hakimi runs to final call. Japan paciencia, clever and calm. Brazilian flair, Colombian songs. From Lagos streets to Buenos Aires. Same big dream in 1,000 lands. Road to 2020, vamos al mundo. From the streets to the pitch, vibra profundo. Hands up high, nunca te rindas. One shot, one sueño, feel it dentro. Road to 2020, corazón fuerte. We don't play scared, we rewrite fate. Scream so loud que el cielo escucha. One goal, one world, una lucha. Late night, plates on the concrete. Sin dinero, solo fe y hambre. You say maybe, yo digo dale. You say someday, hoy es el día, vale. Every mistake, cada caída, turn into power. Fuerza en la vida, look at your scars. Miran estrellas, same bright shine que en las camisetas. Road to 2026, vamos al mundo. From the streets to the pitch, vibra profundo. Hands up high, nunca te rindas. One shot, one sueño, feel it dentro. Road to 26, corazón fuerte. We don't play scared, we rewrite fate. Scream so loud que el cielo escucha. One goal, one world, una lucha. De la calle al mundial. From the bench to the final. Step by step, paso a paso. We are the story, somos el caso.
From the streets of Lagos to the lights of Bogota, Messi's magic, Mbappe flying, we light it up. Hearts beating louder than the referee's call. One rhythm, one fire, no borders at all. Dale, ale, let's go. What broke us once made us grow. Now the beat is calling, can you feel it? Die, 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 die. We're ready tonight. Die, 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 die. Turn the world into light. Die, 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 die. One goal, one fight. Die, 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 die. We own this night. Moving faster than Vinicius in the air. Neymar's flair, Holland's power everywhere. From Maracanã dreams to the final glare. We rise together, no fear, no despair.
African giant, Latin queen, we collide. Ronaldo's leap, Salah shining in the light. Turn the pitch into a party worldwide. Brazilians in the rhythm, belonging in the beat. Every nation, every color, marching to the heat.
Die, 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 die. We're ready tonight. Die, 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 die. Turn the world into light. Die, 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 die. Dale, ale, let's go. Die, 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 die. The cup is ours tonight. Die, 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 die. We're ready, die, die. Hey, 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 hey.
momento. Waka waka pero ahora es más grande. Esta vez jugamos con el alma en grande. De la mano vamos sin miedo al dolor. El fútbol nos une, esto es nuestro amor. One rhythm, one heart, one love. We are the World Cup, we light it up. One rhythm, one beat, one goal. Kick it, live it, let the whole world know. It don't matter if you're rich or poor. On this field we all want more. Black or white, young or old. When the ball rolls we lose control. Siente la pasión, no pare de soñar. El estadio tiembla, se va a descontrolar. De norte a sur, de este a oeste, todos juntos cantamos. Esta es nuestra fiesta. One rhythm, one heart, one love. We are the World Cup, burn it up. One rhythm, one beat, one dream. This is our moment, let the whole world scream.
Lights on the pitch from the north to the south. A golden ambition in every mouth. Pulse like a hammer, the clock on the run. Three suns are rising, the game has begun. From the Argentine maestro, the 10 on the back, to the boy from the sign on a lightning attack. We wait for the magic, we wait for the spark. Leaving our shadows and leaving our mark. Die, die, the rhythm is fire, taking us higher and higher. Die, die, the world is in motion. One heart, one soul, one ocean. America's call, the legends arrive. This is the moment we feel most alive. Die, die, the goal is in view. Everything's gold and everything's new. The Norwegian thunder, a beast in the box, breaking the gates and picking the locks. The Brazilian dancer with feet like the wind, daring to go where the others have pinned. It's a global symphony, unity's breath. A dance on the line between life and death. Canada, Mexico, US on the rise. The glitter of history back in our eyes. Die, die, the rhythm is fire, taking us higher and higher. Die, die, the world is in motion. One heart, one soul, one ocean. America's call, the legends arrive. This is the moment we feel most alive. Die, die, the goal is in view. Everything's gold and everything's new. The pulse is a drum. Die, die, the world has become one breath, one kick, one go. Let the fire take control. Die, die, the rhythm is fire, taking us higher and higher. Die, die, the world is in motion. One heart, one soul, one everything's new. Die, die.
Bandeira no alto! Vamos! Vamos! FIFA 26 na pista! Chego com a camisa suada, pé no chão, cabeça levantada. Na rua já tem bandeirinha, na janela, na moto, na esquina. Hoje a noite é do meu povo, tem sorriso, tem grito novo. Quando o tambor vira chamado, todo mundo fica do lado. A quadra ferve e ninguém para, meu bairro acende a cara. Tem criança correndo na frente, sonho bate na gente.
Vai, vai, vai,
Sobe esse som,
vai, vai, vai.
sente o trovão. Quando eu ouvir meu nome, eu já vou responder na G coração.
É gol,
Brasil na multidão. Bate a mão no coração. Lá vem o brilho da arquibancada, moça de trança, velho de risada. Na resenha ninguém fica de fora, cada canto vira festa agora. Tem maraca, tem tambor, tem samba, tem suor escorrendo na lama. Mas o passo não perde a coragem, cada abraço vira vantagem. Eu vim da laje pra esse palco, com o peito aberto, sem atalho. Se o jogo aperta, eu não paro, minha voz já nasceu no disparo.
vai, vai, vai,
Sobe esse som,
vai, vai, vai.
sente o trovão quando a rede balançar. Vai tremer o chão, na geral, é só vibração.
Bandeira no baile, bandeira no baile.
Levanta, levanta, que hoje é nossa face.
Bandeira no baile, bandeira no baile.
Grita comigo agora até o chão, até o fim.
É gol,
É gol do coração. É gol, Brasil na multidão. Sem par. Noite quente.
The ball goes dead. Ivory Coast have it left-hand side corner. Ball over the top for Touré. Good looking pass. Touré. As Alan Franco for company. Franco good defending. Then Touré wins it back. Good scrap those two are having. Nicolas Pepe then has it. Pepe 1-2 with Touré. And eventually Ecuador win it with Gonzalo Plata. And Ecuador can bring it away. Left-hand side with a space for Hincapié, who will charge into it. Cross comes in, it's too close to Fofana. It's a good opportunity from Hincapié. Good shape on the cross. There were Ecuadorians in the penalty area, but it was too close to the keeper. And then Bazumana Touré is fouled by Alan Franco. Those two still going at it. Touré with a little nutmeg on Ecuador's number 21. Alan Franco with the foul. Ivory Coast line up. Yaya Fofana in goal. A back four of Doué, Singo, Agbadou and Kona. Kessié, Fofana. Both on yellow cards in midfield. Diomande, Touré and Nicolas Pepe in behind Elie Wahi up front. It is Kona, the left back, in possession. Touré tries to spin away from Alan Franco. Alan Franco read it. Put the ball out, through it. Well done in front of the Ivorian bench. Possibility, I think I can see Amad Diallo down there getting some instructions off the Ivorian coaching team. So that might be the first change here. The Manchester United winger. Got some talent on the bench tonight, Ivory Coast. Ecuador have it through Ordóñez. Long ball. Headed away by Kona. Tidied up by Kessié. Back to the goalkeeper. At a hurry, Valencia closed him down. Maybe Valencia even got something on that clearance. Then he sliced out to the far side, but it's picked up and he has a chance. Fofana. Fofana with a chance. Right hand side into the penalty area. Edge of the box. Diomande shoots over the top. Didn't quite get it right, did Yan Diomande. It was a really good break from Seko Fofana. Pulled it back to the edge of the penalty area. Yan Diomande, one touch to control, one touch shot. Lifts it over the top. Galindez's crossbar remains 0-0. The Ecuadorian lineup. Yes, Galindez in goal. Capier, Pacho, Ordóñez being three centre backs. Minda, Franco, Vite, Caicedo, and Yeboah, Ena Valencia, Gonzalo Plata. Ball is in the possession of Moisés Caicedo. Caicedo just drops it in to his right hand side. Yeboah has it, swaps passes with Franco. Caicedo again. Out to the left hand side with Minda. Defending over there from Dewey. Got his body between the ball and the man. Tidy footwork over that far side too. From Nicolas Pepe. Tackle came in from Alan Minda, throwing for Ivory Coast. Kessié, little 1-2, all played in behind him. Yeboah comes forward. Oh, really good work from Diomande. Excellent endeavour from the young number 11, sorry. Came back to rescue Franck Kessié, given the ball away. Conan steps inside a couple of challenges over the halfway line. No foul given. It was Plata with the tackle. Plata's up and carrying the ball forward. Four men forward for Ecuador here. Plata plays it wide to Yeboah. It's a poor pass from Plata, casual. Good defending from Agbadou. Game's wide open again. Pepe is over the halfway line. This was not the game script many of us had been told. Into the near post, chance, crossbar. Oh, third time in the afternoon. This time it's Ivory Coast who've hit the bar. It's El Youahi. It's a wonderful break. Diomande down the right hand side, whips across in. And El Youahi was across the near post, 7 yards out. That's a good connection on it, and it's hit the face of the crossbar and come out. That's the same crossbar that's been rattled 3 times here in Philly this evening. Quite something. On the attack, Diomande. Defenders everywhere. In goes Pacho with the tackle. Pepe was lurking. Ivory Coast pressing. Dewey. Fafana with a shot left-footed from 25 yards out. Got that one wrong, and it's gone well wide with the right-hand post of Hernan Glindez. And it remains goalless here between Côte d'Ivoire and Ecuador. This game available to watch through your local broadcaster. This is independent studio-based off-tube commentary. And it's been a beauty. Group E, 0-0, 53 gone. Ecuador looking for a 14th clean sheet in 20 games. Close to losing that just a couple of moments ago. And what he hit the crossbar. Over the halfway line come Ecuador, Caicedo. Caicedo looking for the run. Over on that left-hand side of Yeboah. That was a poor pass from the Chelsea man. Ivory Coast have it. Dewey. Back to Single. Single clips it forward. Pacho, tight defending in behind Pepe. Wahi, Pepe. Across goes Pedro Vite. It's back to the goalkeeper. That was good midfield work from Pedro Vite. Ivory Coast were breaking in numbers. Vite had to step in. He gets the ball back now off his goalkeeper. Comes out to this right hand side into the feet of Yeboah. Drop back up to Franco. Franco, whose main contribution was a wonderful defensive block from a Nicolas Pepe shot in the first half. Over the halfway line, left hand side this time, Ecuador. Pacho. Plata. Back into Pedro Vite. Forward to Yeboah. Boa had the overlap and got it wrong first time. Now gets a lucky bounce. Boa might try his luck again here. He's 25 yards out. He's played it onto the far side. Franco, back post, Minder with a cross. Plata was up, good defending, headed away by Kona. Edge of the penalty area, appeals for a handball, not given. Shot from the edge of the box is wide. Scuffed shot. That time from Pedro Vite. 3 yards wide, left of Fofana's post. 10 minutes now gone in this second half. No goals, but we've carried on in the fashion. But we're going to see the first substitution of the evening here. It's going to be made by Bekasisi of Ecuador. I'd say both sides making a change actually. Nielsen Angulo is going to come on, wearing number 20. Plays in the Premier League with Sunderland. One of 12 Sunderland representatives here. Amad Diallo is on. Also to replace L.U.I. So changes for both sides. Second change here is Ange Johan Boni. Is going to be brought on. And off comes Toure. So Toure and Wahi off, Diallo and Boni on. Ball is back with Yaya Fofana. It's Alan Minder, by the way, who's been replaced for Ecuador. And here's a chance. Prosecco Fofana, edge of the penalty area. We've got men over. Nicolas Pepe, it's crossed in by Diallo. Maybe he could have shot there. Headed away. Ecuador suddenly torn asunder at the back. Good start of this second half by the Africans. Doué, Kessié. Doué, shaped across, fakes, back to Diallo. Agbadou. Kessié, Diomande, left-hand side. Runs at his man, still has it, shot comes in, he snatched at the shot. He got through the tackle, it was Alan Franco. He made the tackle. The ball somehow stayed at the feet of Yan Diomande. And Yan Diomande just snatched at the shot from 8 yards out and he's put it over the crossbar. A little bit more attacking intent in this second half from the Ivory Coast. Something that can be seen in those changes as well, made by MSCF. Ecuador just making a little bit of a song and dance of this goal kick. Eventually Galindez knocks it long. Diallo with a good first touch over there. Swaps passes with Franck Kessié. Kona has support from Diomande. Diomande switched out onto this left-hand side. He's still causing trouble. He's in the penalty area. It's going to come out to the edge of the box. No foul on the edge of the box as Fofana went down. Diomande, who spent the entire first half on the right-hand side running at Piero Incappi here. He's switched flanks now. So he's still down below us. But it's now making life hell for Alan Franco. That was a switch that was talked about at half-time actually. That Diomande might be more use coming in on his right foot from this left-hand side. And indeed, MSCF has agreed with us. Into the edge of the penalty area for the Ivory Coast. It's a first touch for Boni. Ange Johan Boni, good centre-forward play from the Inter Milan player. Switched out to this left-hand side. And Diomande, they've now doubled up on him here, Ecuador. Diomande, that's not going to stop him though. He's got the cross in. Well done, yes, at the near post. Has to head it behind for a corner kick to the Ivory Coast who are asking questions here. Get a response from the Ivorians in the crowd as well. Definitely more yellow than orange. It's been a wonderful sight. And a wonderful sound here in Philadelphia. Corner taken quickly for Fana. Considers the shot, edge of the box for Fana. Shoots. Took a deflection, maybe. Galindez gets down and makes the save. Quite a big alert there, Galindez. Fana took the short corner, went sideways across the edge of the box, sold one dummy, then hit the shot from 19 yards out. Saved low by Hernan Galindez. We are beyond the hour mark here in Group 8. Still 0-0. A little bit of ball juggling on this right-hand side. Gonzalo Plata plays the ball up the line. Pulls the defender down. Can he keep it in? He cannot, says the official with a flag. Plata thought he had done. It's going to be a throw into Côte d'Ivoire down by the corner flag. We're going to see a substitution here. The change. The crowd have really responded in the second half. Huge noise being made all around the stadium here in Pennsylvania. Substitution is not going to be made just yet. I don't think the officials were ready for it. So the throw's taken at the line where Alan Franco just flattens Diomande. Kessié is putting an agitated figure down there. I think it was maybe his substitution that the officials didn't want to make, and here now we'll get the chance to make those changes. Angelo Preciado will come on and replace Alan Franco. I like Angelo Preciado. Watched him a lot in the South American Champions League. Big shock affair. Easy to pick out. There's number 17. Second change. Number 25. Jackson Baruzzo. City came off there for Jackson Baruzzo. John Yeboah, in fact, is the answer. Two more changes. Sébastien Bekisese changes it up a little bit here. That's 3 changes in total for Ecuador. 2 so far for Côte d'Ivoire. Free kick for the Ivory Coast. Poor pass. Corner intercepted by Caicedo. Right back area for Ecuador in the hands of big right-sided centre-back Ordóñez. Fana wins it back. It's going to run all the way through to the goalkeeper Galindez. He didn't know if he could pick that up or not. Eventually just boots it away with his left foot. It's landed nicely, and here come Ecuador, right-hand side. First is for Preciado. Preciado comes in field. Back into Baruzzo. Baruzzo has gone into centre-back alongside Pacho there. So maybe a bit of a cosmetic change too from Bekisese. Third centre-back alongside Ordóñez and Pacho. Two balls on the pitch here. Great in play. Doué has to trot back up that right-hand touchline and just roll one ball off the pitch before he can take this through it. Throws the ball up the line from Bonny. Bonny does well. Diallo's picked up quite a central position. Usually plays a little bit wider domestically for his club. But in that calm role so far this evening. 64 gone. Ivory Coast 0, Ecuador 0. better showing so far in the second half though from Ivory Coast. They've been on top. Ecuador will probably give the first half to, but so far on points, this has been Ivory Coast. No foul on the far side. Wilfred Single came together with Enna Valencia. Enna Valencia has been nothing but a nuisance for those two Ivory Coast centre-backs this evening. Referee counts down the throw-in. Another new development in the world of officiating this tournament. Don't have a throw-in. Left-hand side, right on the halfway line. As the fans just get louder and louder and louder here. Still awaiting this first goal. Just wonder, the longer this game goes on, will it be a little bit cagier? The point not being the worst outcome in the world for either side. Nobody will want to make a mistake. Donius just turns away, plays the ball at the right-hand touchline towards Preciado. He couldn't keep it in, throwing on the halfway line for the Ivory Coast, which Conan takes to Agbadou, and Agbadou just rolls it back to Yahya Fofana. Fofana flips it out to this left-hand side. That was never it. Way over the top of Gislen Conan's head. Wasteful from the keeper. Chance for Ecuador. Caicedo plays the ball inside the full-back for Preciado. Preciado's got there. Ball towards the penalty spot, headed from the air by Single. A little bit messy this. Medjovic tries to get in. Kessié smashes it clear for the Ivory Coast. They've got men forward on the break here. It's picked up by Kessié. Bonny has it. Bonny steps in field. Support, right back, Dewey. Dewey moves it on one to Pepe. Nicolas Pepe, edge of the box. Amad Diallo makes a little run. Amad Diallo gets round this man, plays it into Bonny. It's hit Bonny on the thigh as Diallo drilled it in towards him. Gone behind for a goal kick. Definitely Ivory Coast being on top here in the second half. XG wise, Ivory Coast 1.39 to the 0.61 of Ecuador. Sure, I would have put it that, especially with the two efforts off the crossbar in the first half for Ecuador. The Ivory Coast have rattled that same bar in this second half. Kessié was beaten to it on that far side by Diallo. Brought away by Kessié. A ball forward that this time from Conan, and Preciado's rolled Conan. Now can he put the ball in the good area? Good ball, edge of the penalty area. Chance, shot, good save. That's a great effort from Plata. Valencia tries to get on the rebound. Final touches off end of Valencia. I think it's a goal kick. It's a good strike from Gonzalo Plata. Really good work from Angelo Preciado. Ball was played inside the fullback. Preciado kept it in, picked his head up, spotted Gonzalo Plata. One touch with his left foot, and then hits a stinging left-footed drive. Goalkeeper, two hands for Fofana. Palms it away. And it will be a goal kick to Ivory Coast, and we have hit the second hydration break of the evening. As the sun slides out of the sky here in Philadelphia. 68 minutes on the clock. Still awaiting the first goal. It's Ivory Coast 0, Ecuador 0. Ivory Coast have won a game each time they've qualified for this competition. Some form has been good and friendlies. We mentioned the 2-1 win against France, but they beat Scotland 1-0. There was that 4-0 win against South Korea too, which caught the eye. A bit of a mixed bag in AFCON over the winter for the Elephants. Quarter-final loss against Egypt, but held off Gabon pretty handily to make it through to this tournament. 2006 was their first appearance on the global stage. This is their fourth. Ecuador, the current squad very much built on the quite incredible youth system, Independiente del Valle, little club on the outskirts of Quito. Pacho, Hincapié, Moisés Caicedo, all players who've come through that system. It's a real blueprint. Independiente del Valle. Interesting setup then for the last 20 minutes. It's set up an absolute treat here. Germany have already picked up 3 points. USA did not look particularly competitive here, so both teams know that there's 3 points there in the waiting should they want them. It's whether or not they want to go for it in this last 20. I think that'll definitely be the conversation that both coaches are having with their teams at the moment. It's a stick or twist situation for MSF and Sébastien Franck Kessié. Never qualified from the group, remember, Ivory Coast. So making a knockout stage will be historic for them. Obviously a little bit easier this time around with the safety net of 8 third place teams advancing. Let's make their way back out. We will restart with this goal kick to the Ivory Coast. Remember all of the action available through your local broadcaster. You are listening to independent, studio-based, off-tube commentary. 19 minutes plus stoppages. Can we find a winner? It's Ivory Coast 0, Ecuador 0. We are back underway. We slink on. Up to the feet of Bonnie. Bonnie can't hold it up. Thought it was foul. Picked up by Pedro Vite. On the right-hand side, Preciado plays it down the line for Plata. Big defender. Agbadou gets across. Going to Ecuador, though, good position. Ecuadorians, a load of them down in this corner where the throw-in's going to be taken. Ball's actually out for a corner kick. Which Gonzalo Plata is going to take. Be a left-footed in swinger. Ecuadorian fans rise. Left-footed, ball comes in, cleared away at the near post, put a ball in. It's Bonnie with the headed clearance. Back there helping his defence out. And then Bonnie tries to break and is fouled. You're going to see the first yellow card for an Ecuadorian this evening. It looks like maybe it's Joe Ordonez. The foul, or it's a substitute in fact. Jackson Caruso picks up that yellow. So 4th yellow of the game. He's shown to the number 25. It's the first one for Ecuador. Fofana, Diomande, Kessié picked up yellows in that first half for the Ivory Coast. Conan in possession, left-hand side. We're 1-2. Ecuador have it back. Momentum just switched again here, you feel, in the last 2 minutes. Ivory Coast maybe not helped by the hydration break. A few commenters, they can't be momentum killers. Ivory Coast were in the ascendancy. A single wins the header. Caicedo challenges. Valencia's there. Valencia chasing Franck Kessié. Kessié does well to hold up the ball. Singo has it. 15 yards inside his own half. Nicolas Pepe drops deep to pick it up. Pepe wide to do it. Into Kessié. Back to Doué. Ahmed Diallo. Nice triangles here. Ball forward towards Bonnie. Arm goes up for appealing for offside. Nothing given. Pacho slides in. Ivory Coast won a back pass. I don't think it was a back pass. Pacho just slipped on his backside and the ball inadvertently squirted back to Angelino. Bonnie's made a little difference, as has Diallo since he came on. See a couple more substitutions being ready by Free. Ball was at the feet of Vite. Caicedo back to Vite, edge of the centre circle, just inside his own half. Out over the halfway line to Plata, right hand side. Plata moves it on to Preciado. Preciado might fancy a run at his full-back. Preciado does so, gets the cross in, cleared away to the near post by Agbadu. Ordonez has it back. Vite, Preciado. Ordonez into Caicedo, 40 yards from goal central area. Ecuador forced back a little bit. Ordonez has to drop it off to Pacho. Good discipline from the Ivory Coast. Vite moves it onto that left hand side. Angulo barely had a touch. Nelson Angulo, all the players been down the right wing as far as Ecuador is concerned. Caicedo now gives it to Angulo. Chance for the Sunderland man. Goes wide to left hand side. Gets the overlap and wonders Angulo. And then he just runs the ball out of play under pressure from Wilfred Singo. And it was a goal kick to the Ivory Coast. 76 minutes on the clock here. Changes to be made by both sides. Seko Fofana on that yellow card, and Nicolas Pepe, the two men who are going to come off for the Ivory Coast. Sangare and Ula, wearing 18 and 26 replace them. And Valencia, the veteran, his race is run. And Valencia is replaced by the number 11 for Ecuador, Kevin Rodriguez. 4 changes apiece now. Both coaches, 1 more cards to play off their bench. Goal kick gets us back underway. Ball is with Sangare, first touch for him. Sangare played forward towards Bonnie. Bonnie's got the ground, no foul. Work though, first involvement from Ulai to win the ball back. Diallo skips away from a couple of challenges, does well. Finds Conan the left back. Out to Diomande. Seen as much of Diomande in this last 15 minutes or so. Ulai's gone down under pressure from Caicedo. They get up, point the finger at each other, eventually hug it out. Caicedo, that's his first foul of the evening. Fairly disciplined, Moisés Caicedo tonight. Can be a little bit hot-headed in the middle of the park. Diomande, left-hand side, little give and go with Ulai. Ulai turns inside, swaps passes with Diallo. Ulai keen to get on the ball since his introduction. Good to see. Diomande to Diallo to Ulai. Plata in with a tackle. Sangare. Ulai, that's a good ball, drilled in. Amad Diallo tries to skip away. He had used Diomande's run as a bit of a dummy. That's a handball. Handball against Ulai, the substitute. Right, Dini Ula. Again, another youngster, 20 years of age. Here's his football in Turkey for Trabzonspor. Can we find a break in the deadlock here in Philadelphia in the last 11 minutes plus? Orozco across the patch. A 4 at the back now for Ecuador. Ordonez is an orthodox right back since Alan Franco was withdrawn. Ordóñez has it now. Good ball, Plata. Ball forward, had to turn away, but just find Caicedo. Caicedo back to Pedro Vita in the centre circle. Ecuador just slow it down. Ordóñez. Caicedo. Caicedo with a tackle, and Caicedo is penalised again, having broke his duck with one foul. He's on a roll as Moisés Caicedo. That time Franck Kessié was the man. I think Caicedo was a little bit unlucky there. They sort of just kicked each other as they both went for the ball. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. The clock is ticked beyond 80 minutes here in Philly. No goals. Ivory Coast 0, Ecuador 0. Wilfred single. All the Shrewdies were fancying the draw here this evening. Ecuador's pretty impressive defensive record. Single went to ground, just overran the ball though. No foul. Picked up by Pachu. Back to substitute Jackson Boat. So he's gone back to his goalkeeper, Benan Galindez. One ball forward from him. Challenged by Kevin Rodriguez, trying to get in on the action. Cross comes in towards the back post. Absolutely nobody there for Ecuador. Hooked out the sky by Fofana. And a good throw out. And on the move for Ivory Coast. Ulai moves it on to Diomande, left hand side. Doubled up again. Caicedo and Ordóñez doing the defender. Back to Ulai. Ulai infield to Sangare. Sangare, beast of a man. Puts a giant figure in the middle of that midfield. Sangare finds Diomande. Diomande away from Ordóñez, through the legs of Preciado, into the penalty area. And a goal kick is given. Slim Konat is forward there. It's the furthest he's been forward all night. Looked for a minute like he might get a shot off on goal. Pacho was in with a tackle, and then the last touch is adjudged by the referee Letitia to have come off corner. He's out for goal kick. It's a really good run from Diomande. It's a great spot by the referee as well, by the way. He's had a very good game, Letitia. And we say Faye might disagree. He's furious with the award of that corner, of the goal kick. Obviously hasn't seen the angle we've seen. Very demonstrative down there, funny. Ordóñez is just feeling something. He was in with that tackle. He's being forced to go off now, in the same fashion that Caicedo was. Just feeling his groin, maybe. Joel Ordóñez. We'll have to spend a minute off, so Ecuador in second time this evening, temporarily down to 10 men. It's a goal kick to Ecuador, 84 minutes on the clock. No sign of any lack of enthusiasm in the crowd still for this one. Atmosphere has been beautiful throughout. Throwing to Ecuador. Preciado up towards Rodriguez with a flicked header. Good header away. Sangare picks it up. Good football there from Ivory Coast. Sangare is fouled over on his right hand side by Gonzalo Plata. Sangare just puts his hand on the ball, gives it out to Single. Singa moves it on to Doué, who moves it on to Diallo. Nelson Angulo gets back at Diallo. And the referee, or the official over there with the flag, is giving the throw-in the way of Ecuador. Much to the chagrin of Amad Diallo. Ordóñez is back on. Ecuador back to their full complement of players. Kessié with a long throw. Doué with a header over the halfway line. Caicedo, and Angulo gets ahead of Doué. And then it's fouled. Doué, oh, he's going to be lucky to escape a second yellow there. Ismaila Doué. Angulo got beyond him. Was bearing down on the penalty area, and Doué's tripped him. Well, I tell you what, any other day, that might have been a yellow card there. Ismaila Doué considers himself pretty fortunate. Picked up the yellow card in the first half, not to have received a second one. But it will be a free kick to Ecuador. 2 yards in from the touchline, left hand side. About 18 yards up that line. Moisés Caicedo has gone across to swing this in. 4 minutes to go in this Group E match. Ivory Coast and Ecuador nil. Chance for Latrine to put some pressure on the Elephants' back line. Ordóñez, Pacho, Rodriguez, Angulo, Carozzo, all up there. Caicedo, left arm in the air is the signal. Right footed, swings the ball towards the back post. Last touch has come off an Ivory Coast defender, and they've given a goal kick. And maybe they've changed their mind. Ecuador protested so much, I think the officials were aware that had to be a corner. Came off the head of Kona, the left back. Wasn't really looking. Sort of bounced off his shoulder and over the crossbar. Eventually the corner kick was given. Angulo coming across to take this right foot. The referee's just trying to get in the middle of a crowd scene around the penalty area. I haven't seen too much of the bumping and barging from set pieces in this tournament so far. Angulo towards the back post. Caicedo swings a foot at it. Preciado tries to get it. Singo does well. Singo uses his body strength. Preciado bounced off him, and then Singo is up on his feet screaming at Preciado. A show of physical dominance from Wilfred Singo. He enjoyed that. I'm not sure Angelo Preciado did. Angelo Preciado is much happier out on this right wing. Substitution for Ivory Coast, and it will be, this is your classic Quella Doué substitution where the manager knows he should have been sent off and therefore substitutes him 2 minutes later. Classic of the genre. So Doué is off. He's replaced by Odilon Kusunu, wearing number 7, who'll come on with a final 90 seconds plus of this one. Goal kick taken by Fofana. Ecuador have it back. Preciado plays the ball up the line, looking for the run of Rodriguez. Good defending from Aguati. Preciado, no foul this time. Diomande is challenged by Ordóñez. It's out for the throw-in front of the Ecuadorian technical area. Throw-in is met by the head of Ordóñez, then returned by the head of Kona. Angulo looks for Rodriguez. Strong defended by Aguati. They give it back to his goalkeeper Fofana. Fofana switches it out to that right hand side to Singo. And Singo is off on the charge up this right hand side. Singo drives towards the corner of the box. Shooting chance. Oh, it's a goal! Amad Diallo slotted Ivory Coast in front with 20 seconds left on the clock. Left-footed finish, 16 yards out. Ahmed Diallo has broken the deadlock. Ivory Coast are in front. What a time to score. The clock is literally ticking past 90 minutes. And that was made by a quite remarkable run from Wilfred Singo. Absolutely astonishing 70-yard drive from the centre-back. The Ivory Coast players are all off the bench, down, celebrating by that left-hand corner flag. The 19-game unbeaten run is not going to make it to 20 here. Singo drives and drives and drives, outpaces Angulo, pulls the ball back to Ahmed Diallo. Ahmed Diallo just opens his left foot, shapes it away from Galindez, inside that post. Ivory Coast have hit the frontier. Wonderful scenes inside this stadium here in Philadelphia. MSA Faye, the coach, goes charging down the line. And Ahmed Diallo puts Ivory Coast in front in the 90th minute. Absolutely incredible. That run from Wilfred Singo is truly something. The energy to drive. I mean, it's Nelson Angulo who's chasing him. Just on the pitch, young winger. Nelson Angulo was left in his wake as Singo drove down there. We've got 7 minutes of stoppage time, and suddenly Ecuador need an equaliser. Foul over on that far side. Moisés Caicedo has got another offence over there. That time it was on Ula. Ivory Coast won't mind that at all. Free kick over on the far side. Hard up against the touchline. 10 yards inside their own half. Kick to the Côte d'Ivoire, played up to the feet of Bonny. Ecuador win it back. High press is on from the Ivory Coast. It's knocked on by Adingra. Caicedo heads it on. Rodriguez tries to spin in behind. It's good defended from the substitute Kasunu. And there's another foul. This time it's Angulo who's been penalised. Ecuador just falling into the traps here, being set by Ivory Coast. Singo is the man who's fouled that time. Seen a couple of replays of Singo celebrating the goal by himself. I don't think he had the energy to run across to the quarter flag with the rest of the Elephants players after that lung buster. 4 minutes of the 7 left to play. Famous victory on the cards here for the Ivory Coast. Can they hold up? Pedro Vite, long ball forward. Orozco, who's been pressed into action, is an emergency striker now for Ecuador, gets underneath it. Can't claim it though, picked up by Kessié. Kessié, Diomande, and now good energy from the Ivory Coast as Conan goes on the overlap. Conan chops inside, looks for support. Shot from Diallo, straight at the goalkeeper. 25 yards out, left-footed effort from Ahmed. Pulled out quickly. Moisés Caicedo. Gets the ball up the line to Rodriguez. Angulo. Angulo has Singo for company. Angulo, little chop. Singari comes across and doubles up. Pedro Vite. Space for Caicedo this side. Caicedo is going to whip the cross in. It's not a bad ball towards the back post. Good defending. Singo, who's been a one-man wrecking machine in the last 5 minutes, defends that over on the far post. Corner kick to Ecuador. 3 minutes. Under 3 minutes. of the 7 left to play. Can Ecuador salvage a draw here in the dying embers? Fana in the 6-yard box marshals the defenders. Pacho and Ordóñez are forward. Caicedo has gone across to knock this in with his right foot. And Gulo takes a position centre of the 6-yard box for Ecuador. Left arm in the air is the thing. Right footed cross in towards the near post, half cleared. And go back out for another corner. Defended at the near post. I think it was Ulan who got the last touch. 90 seconds to play. Caicedo again. Ecuador on the brink here. Ball comes in. Good defending. And now the break's on. Amad Diallo brings it away. He's got support from Diomande. Diomande is Preciado doing the defending. Diomande is away from him. Preciado does well. Keeps the ball in. The goalkeeper Kane got nowhere near it. The Ivory Coast have possession. 60 seconds to go. Eli Diomande loads of time for Conan. Conan just drops it back in to Agbadou. Kusunu. Good game management from the Ivory Coast. Back to Fofana. High into the sky. Boni will challenge. Caicedo takes a touch. There's a good ball. Angulo. Angulo, great defending. That time it's Kusunu who gets across. It's just physically too strong for Angulo. There's no way around. The final 30 seconds, ball's just played up the line, but Boni's going to get there. And Boni wins something for the Ivory Coast. He keeps possession, finds Amad. Amad skips away from a tackle. Another chance maybe for the Ivory Coast into the penalty area for Amad. Shooting chance, edge of the box is smashed over the top by Ulai. Eyes it up the youngster. We have played the 7 minutes. I think there might be a minute or two left. The celebrations of the goal went about 90 seconds over time, so there might be that. That's all there is for Ecuador. Caicedo was fouled. No advantage. The referee allows Ecuador to take the free kick quickly. Kessié. We need to get this forward. We haven't got time to play these little triangles. Into the box to Rodriguez. In Kessié. Edge of the box. Rodriguez. Oh, great defending. No foul. But it will be a corner kick. Single with a raised boot. It's going to be a corner. Yeah, Fofana. Just asking the referee. He's tapping his wrist. Asking the referee where this time is coming from. So the referee's going to add enough time for Ecuador to take this corner kick. Attempt to find an equaliser right at the death here in Philadelphia. Ivory Coast 1, Ecuador 0. Time is just about up. We've got one set piece left. Again, it's left hand side. Again, it's Moisés Caicedo. Kessié prowls his technical area. Caicedo into the 6-yard box. Heads go up, and the final whistle, I think, is being blown. The referee's got his hand to his ear. He's waiting for something. Game over. Full-time whistle is gone. The referee was just getting confirmation there was no offence from that corner kick. Upon clearance, he's blown the final whistle, and the Ivory Coast, with a 90th minute Amad Diallo winner, have put an end to that 19-game unbeaten streak of Ecuador. The game was pretty open all the way through. Ecuador hit the crossbar twice in the first half through Yeboah and Minda. Ivory Coast hit the crossbar themselves through El Yawahi in the second half, and just as the game was heading towards a 0-0 draw, unbelievable 70-yard burst from Wilfred Singo pulls the ball back to the substitute Amad Diallo, who slotted it into the bottom corner with his left foot from 16 yards out. And that was that. 3 points on the board here for Ivory Coast. It's finished in Group E in Philadelphia. Ivory Coast 1, Ecuador 0.